Scott Dixon started the IndyCar season finale needing to finish ninth or better to secure his sixth title. The key word, finishing, something far from guaranteed over 100 laps of the merciless St. Petersburg street circuit. Starting 11th, Dixon not only survived, he thrived, claiming a podium finish along with the championship.
Here's Dixon. Dixon's rounding up Jack Harvey. He's going to get them both here.
Careful, Dixon, careful.
Oh, he knew better to back out. That's one car width wide as they go side by side to this section. Scott Dixon for Chip Ganassi Racing. He is less than 2 miles from a sixth IndyCar championship. He is synonymous with victory. But Scott Dixon is a six-time IndyCar champion. How about that? He does it on a track where he's never been victorious. That doesn't matter. He's the champ.
I never doubted it, not with you guys. What a team. Thank you all so much, boys, girls, everybody. Well done. This is all you guys. Thank you.
And Scott Dixon joins us now. First of all, well done, mate. I've got to ask you, what was the pressure like during the race?
Yeah, the mental pressure, during the race, as always, is pretty intense. I think this weekend it was nice going in that we only really had to race one person. That simplifies it. Typically in an IndyCar championship coming down to the wire, that could be several people. Some years it's 4, 5, or 6 different competitors, and they're going to be scattered throughout the field. So it was nice to know that we still had a great points lead with 32 points, no double points, which is different from what we've had for the last few years. But it got pretty intense. We started to move forward pretty quickly, or at least Joseph did initially, which then, we had to keep moving with him. And kind of crazy, he started 8th, we started 11th, and then obviously both finishing on the podium, Joseph getting his 4th win of the year, and us ending up 3rd. All things considered, we only needed to be 11th or better, I think, at that point when he hadn't led most laps in the race for those bonus points. But it's always tense. You're not sure if you're going to have a mechanical issue, or just, racing an IndyCar at 190 miles per hour, 2 inches or inches off walls or just touching them, it can change very quickly. So very thankful that the championship came clean, and it was definitely an interesting year, I think, for many, but very thankful for the team and what we've been able to achieve.
How did this race to the title, with everything that's been going on this year, compare to your previous 5?
This year's championship was definitely very different, like no other. We were obviously been in a different situation. I think the hardest part for all of us was the unknowns. We had got to the first race at St. Pete in March. We were ready to go. We were meant to be on track Friday. Yet, we all got some messages. The NBA had just, shut down. Being in Florida, Disney World and also Universal had shut down. So then we were jumping on planes and heading home. But I think the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, couple of months were the toughest period, and just sort of not knowing what was going to happen. We didn't know if we were going to be able to race. We didn't know if we were going to have any kind of racing through that season. They were talking about already, cancelling the Indianapolis 500. To the fact of people were they still going to have jobs, so definitely some tough situations I think a lot of people found themselves in, but it was fantastic to see. NASCAR I think helped a lot of sports entities around the world, but definitely in America where they paved the way to get back to racing and set out a bunch of protocols, which their handbook, we used a lot of their handbook to get the NTT IndyCar Series back going. So this one was very different, but gave us a lot of time to think, a lot of time to restructure. We had a lot of big changes in the off season with just the team. We consumed the GT program that had finished after its 4-year series there, and then we had a few different hires in the engineering stuff. But it was probably the first time in about 3 or 4 years we actually felt pretty complete. With people, we had a lot of people doing multiple different tasks, and especially the engineering group. So, I think that's what really helped, the kickoff to the season. And for as a team, winning the first 4 races of the season, which was crazy. But the first 3 for me, and then Felix getting his first. So it was a huge start to the year, and that's what I think really set us on to our winning ways for this championship.
Well, I guess I have to ask, Scott, what has title number 6 done for your desire to keep racing and, of course, keep winning?
Yeah, I think championship number 6, it sounds great. I'm definitely going to take the time and try and consume it a little bit. It's been flat out for these last few days. We actually start testing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this week on the oval, and then we test in Alabama next week, and then a week off, and then we go to Laguna Seca for a test. I've got the Sebring 12-hour. So, it's I think going to be Christmas time to kind of sit back, relax, and try and take in the achievement of this year and what it really is. But I think when you look at desire and will to want to keep racing and winning, I think it's a little bit different for everybody. But what really drives me is the competition that we have in the NTT IndyCar Series right now. But also Chip Ganassi, he's a fierce competitor. But then also Emma, my wife, we're the big team at home, and she pushes me to no end and make sure that I'm eating the right things and making sure that I'm resting, and there's so many different elements that go into being prepared for these races now, the physical side to nutrition, and also the training aspects away from the track. As always, it's about the preparation, and the desire still burns very hard. The fire is cranking. So I'm looking forward to many more years at this level with IndyCar, and hopefully we can try and get that 7th championship and tie the great AJ for it.